This week on Mod Jumble, putting the eye in incestual animals, beatboxing kangaroos, and Cortana's micro blue nipples. Seriously, where are they? Warning, more than 2 of these things are probably not in this episode.
What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be taking a look at Sins of the Prophets. It is a Sins of a Solar Empire mod. Last week we did Mutim for Mass Effect 1. It is a HD graphics mod, so if you want to go check that out, it should be in the same playlist. Same as the very first one we did, the week before Mass Effect, we did a Sins of a Solar Empire Dawn of the Reapers mod. I was going to do Skyrim for this week. There was a mod that I wanted to show off, but for some reason Skyrim wasn't modding correctly for me. I've got to go in and screw with a bunch of stuff, and it's Thursday as I'm making this, so I figured I would put this one out. Just do this. This was going to be next week's, but I'm just going to do this one for this week, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Sins of the Prophets is a Halo mod for Sins of Solar Empire, like I said. They've done a really great job with it so far. I've got a couple saves. This one's for actually Star Trek Armada. I think these two are for Star Trek Armada. But this one is the major save that I've got going on right now. It's the Fall of Earth. There's a couple game types. You've got the Fall of Reach, and then you've got the Final Stand. And the Final Stand is basically the Covenant's final push towards Earth. I think it's in Halo 2 when they attack Earth, the cutscene. So that is what the Final Stand is. It's basically that. And then the Fall of Reach, obviously, if you read the book, The Fall of Reach, that is basically what that is. This one's the Final Stand, so we're going to be playing that, showing everything off. I got everything on Heroic. We've got 2 Covenant, 2 UNSC. The game's already started. We've got like 2 hours into it, 2.5 hours. So we've already got a couple things going on. We've got all of the, I need to turn that off. There we go. Right now. Alright, there we go.
Research order.
Basically we've got Earth right here. I don't have anything on it except for a bunch of research stations, and then you've got the Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury. I don't know what that is. Jupiter and Pluto. So you got all the planets. I think there's actually a couple more. I'm not 100% sure, but they've got all the ones that need to be in here. Then you've got this little small resource place. Nothing too fancy here.
UNSC controlled space.
What is this? Okay, I got all those. So you've got your colony ships right here. Here's a colony ship. Use these to get the colonies, obviously, and to grab those, what are they called? These ones right here. You use them to get these, basically. We can go over here. I think there's actually an area that it can go to.
Let's not keep our passengers waiting.
But this is where the fleet is right now. We've got, like a huge fleet going on. You just get this in here. These are all carriers right here. Like aircraft carriers, whatever you want to call them. They use interceptors and longsword interceptors and longsword bombers. And then we've got some frigates, anti-air frigates, and then just regular frigates. And then we've got destroyers that have MAC cannons on them. And then where are all the capital ships at? Here's all the capital ships. Got some Marathon class, Orion class, and Valiant class. These are nukes. I don't like the nuke system. I think it could use a little bit of an update. I think each individual, like, I don't think it'd be that hard to make it to where the nukes, if I have them set to auto, like right here, I have it set to auto cast, so that way I don't have to go to each individual capital ship, because each individual capital ship, like, they each have their own nukes, so I can't go from one to the other and then have it attack, you know? So I set it to auto cast, but it's the same thing with the Mac. Like, sometimes each ship will target the same ship, but that's not how, like, you can't do that with Halo, with this mod, because
Our capital ship's
it's,
hull critical.
the humans do, like,
Allied forces
blunt
have entered
force
UNSC
damage, like,
controlled
just straight on the
space.
first,
Where do you need my fighters?
on the first attack, they do, like,
Research
50,000 damage, basically. And then they don't do damage over time. Like, they have the missile pods and everything like that, but they don't do that much damage over time. They rely on the Mac cannons. It's like the only effective weapon. So you can't really, you know, those have to charge up like every, maybe you can shoot your Mac cannons about 3 times in one battle. Maybe like in that battle, it was really short, but like in like a major space battle, like I think we've got one coming right now actually. Oh no, that'll be short. Over here, we can head over here as soon as the fleet's done building up, but like I was saying, like they rely on their Mac cannons, and it takes a while to charge them up. So you need to really, like, I don't know. There needs to be a little update for it, because the nukes do some damage too. Like they can take out a couple ships. So it's not good when you have like 5 nukes going for one tiny ship. It kind of like defeats the purpose, you know. So I think that needs a little bit of a tweak. Let's get some of these. Get one of these. Actually, let's. Oh, we can't get one of those. That takes 50 supply. Alright, we'll get 3 of those. Once these capital ships are done, we will head over to that battle over there. But, so, let's go ahead and show these off real quick. This is like this is basically the Titan, the humans version of the Titan. They might be coming out with another one. I think they might be putting the Infinity in here. I'm not 100% sure, but I hope they do. I hope the Infinity gets in here somehow as a Titan. I don't know, but that would be awesome to see the Infinity in here. But this is like the Thermopylae super carrier. So it's got, you can get all the way up to I think 46,000 hull. And then the Mac can go all the way up to I think 150 damage. It's insane basically. It takes a while. Like you can build an entire fleet of them if you want. They do everything essentially. But there'd be no point to build a whole fleet of them. You can get like 46 of them I think, and then you don't have any support ships or anything, so it's not that effective of a fleet, but it can destroy an entire Covenant fleet basically. But whenever you engage the Covenant, you're going to lose about half your ships no matter what, so it doesn't matter. So it's easier to have your major fleet, the major part of your fleet, be all the frigates and everything, and then have them get destroyed. So you can rebuild those faster and get your fleet back up faster than having to, you know, have to rebuild these, because I think one of these can come out every 64 seconds. So every minute you can build one of these, whereas every 10 seconds you can build one of these. So it's a major difference. Alright, so we've got the little fleet going on. I don't have all the upgrades available for this to be like a major fleet, so it's not going to be that big of a fleet. But we've got 75 fighters, so we should be able to do something. I think I've got, let's see, yeah, I'm missing one, so I'm missing a good like 40 ships basically, or like 15 cruisers or capitals or whatever you want to call them. But I like the way this works. Like, it doesn't take that, it takes about half of your income whenever you get the full one. So right now I'd have about 50 income, but instead I have 25. So I like the way they did that. It's a lot better than the Star Trek one. The Star Trek one takes up a lot of your income. Right here you can build your star bases. I haven't built a star base, but they can get all the way up to I think 116,000 hull and like I think 23 armor. So they're actually really good as long as you can upgrade them and have the money to actually do it. We're gonna go over here and, oh, they've got a Titan over here. Alright, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna screw with these people over here and fuck their shit up basically. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're gonna go over here. Ew, we're actually on our way as well. So, like I said, the Covenant have their shields, so they're pretty much protected from us. The only thing that can damage them is our MAC cannons. So, when we go and attack, we need to, like... I haven't found an effective way of actually engaging a Covenant fleet yet. Like, I just go in, balls to the walls, and... Oh, we're missing a... Oh, it's just a carrier. Alright. Are they gonna... Okay, they're running away. So, let's actually move forward then. What I usually do is I don't attack any of them. Like, I don't say, hey, come attack this. I just go like that. Because, when I put go attack this, then all of them are gonna focus on one target, and they're gonna all shoot their max on that one target until it's destroyed, so it's a little bit more difficult. Rather than doing massive damage to everyone than just one target. That way, if you get if you have like 30 ships and each ship shoots their MAC at an individual ship, that ship is probably going to lose like half or all of its shields. So then the missile pods can take them out. Once the Covenant shields are down, the missile pods can basically destroy them. That's the only thing, but their shields are so strong that it's really hard to actually take them down without MAC. So, yeah. And then the Covenant, they do damage over time. Like, they've got the torpedo damage 179, and then the projector damage does 112. So they do, like, massive plasma damage to you, basically. While you do, like, I think, yeah, see, like, 23 MAC, 13 missile damage. So, let's get a better example for, like, right here. Here's a carrier. Holds 3 fighters or 3 bombers. Does 60 AA damage, so it can take out their fighters. Does 40 missile damage and 51 MAC. So you do way less damage. The MAC is a little bit, I don't know. It's hard to describe the MAC. It does more than just 90 damage. The damage skills are off. So if you have like 3 capital ships and they have 1 capital ship, all 3 of those MACs are gonna destroy the capital ship no matter what. It's not gonna not destroy it. So the damage skills are a little bit off. Like, it's not 90 damage exactly. It's just an example of what it is, basically.
The situation must be grave. Make sure we put this bird to
Oh,
use.
what is
Leap
this?
space jump.
That's a Valiant. Okay.
Leap space jump. Leap space jump.
Alright. Looks like we are going on our way.
Forces have engaged the enemy.
Let me see if I can get this guy to... This guy's got a pretty big fleet, too. This is just an AI. The AI for this map is... He doesn't want to attack at all. He only wants to hold reach, which is kind of, you know, the point, I guess, of in the Halo universe. Like, the whole point is for this to be like a huge military research outpost, and there's supposed to be like a massive fleet there defending it because it's like the pinnacle of the UNSC's military. So it's got like all this research there and stuff, but so it kind of makes sense. But oh god.
What do you need of me? If you think it's a good use of my time,
Let's
if you
go ahead
think it's a
and...
good use of my time,
This fleet's running away. Is it? Please don't turn. Oh fuck, it's gonna turn.
all crew, brace for acceleration.
Alright, so we're fighting it on 2 fronts, basically. We're gonna lose. Where is their Titan? Can we take out their Titan?
Our capital ship's hull is critical.
So basically, all these people back here need to move forward. So it's the only bad thing about about doing it like this. So everyone's attacking an individual target. Some people might be attacking the same target, but essentially everyone is targeting a different target. Now they're going to be targeting one target because I'm about to just take out this Titan if I can find it. That Titan does 600 energy projector damage, so he can take out the ships instantly, basically.
Where do you need my fighters?
Where did it go? There it is. You see, this is just like everyone focusing on one target, and it took its shields out instantly, but you can't do one target at a time. You just, like, look at this. We had around 100 ships, we've got like nothing. Okay, time to rebuild. But that is basically the UNSC. Like, you gotta build the correct fleet, and you have to have the right sizes. Like, I built too many frigates. I didn't have enough firepower for that. So it was a lot more difficult than it normally was. I think that was like an experimental thing I was trying. Like, usually I have more than, oh god, I think they're coming for me. Usually I have more than a couple destroyers. Like, that time I only had, I think, 10 destroyers. So I didn't have that much MAC damage, which is a key thing when you're facing them. So, like, where are the destroyers at? Like, the destroyers do 51 damage and they only cost 400, whereas I had, like, a bunch of Halcyons, I had some Athens carriers, and I had, like, 40 Stalwarts and 40 Charons, so, or Sharons, or whatever you want to call them. So I probably won't do it again. Like, if I were to go, like, what would probably be the best mixed fleet? 20 of these.
Allied forces have entered UNSC controlled space.
30 of these. 15 of these. I don't even have enough money. Let me just sell these.
Allied naval forces have
15 of these. 10 of those.
Stalwart reporting in.
What is this? Paris. 10 of those. 5 of those, 3 of these, 6 of these, 4 of those, and doesn't really matter for those two. Those two don't really do anything. I guess you could get none of those and just get, like, a bunch of these.
Forget ready for active duty.
Just, like, keep it mixed, basically. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's not working out. So yeah, basically you just want to mix the capital ships up a little bit, get like 3 or 4 of these. Don't get more than 5 of these. Those are just super OP. Like, you need some support capital ships as well. So I'd get like 6 pillar bottom classes or whatever you want to call them. Get a couple of cruisers, get like 3 or 4, get like 7 battle cruisers, and then get like 8 heavy cruisers, something like that. If you have enough points for all that, which you should if you have everything upgraded. But yeah, so that is the UNSC right there. It's a little bit difficult to actually like play and show it off on Heroic. I was gonna do something different, like I was gonna go over it and just montage a bunch of battles, but I didn't want to do that. The upgrades are kind of basically, you know, you've got your health, which you actually need a lot of. I don't know why I don't have that. Then you've got your armor. 3 armor is basically your shields for the UNSC. You need good armor, otherwise you're gonna lose. And then you have all your ships down here. I don't know why I don't have the repair ship. That's actually a good thing to have. I didn't even focus on defense for this because I wanted to get over to the reach system as fast as possible, and just that way I can build my ships here instead of having to build them over here and then send them over here.
Allied forces have entered
This isn't
UNSC
good.
controlled space.
Tell me they're going. Okay, yeah, they're going back. So that is the UNSC. Here's the upgrade trees. I'll just leave them up like that so you can see all the stuff real quick. There, you know, it's like you just got all your ships and then all that, and then here's the defense. And then it's basically all the same as normal sins would be. Like, you just got your ships and then your defense and then your little thing right here. Diplomacy is the same as well. But there's one thing that I didn't show off that doesn't get shown off in this game. Like, I mentioned the Covenant and the shields and how they do damage over time, and then the UNSC does bulk damage. Like, they do damage all at once instead of over time. There's one thing that basically just dominates everything, and that's the pirates. Let's go ahead and quit this game. The pirates are like basically, well, it's right here. It's the Flood. This is like a multi-thing setup. I played as the Covenant for this one. The UNSC is the other team. Everything's on heroic. But the Flood is the pirates, and they don't like this. This doesn't work. They just take over everything. Let me see if I can even find them. Right now we're here. But yeah, see, like the little pirates or whatever you want to call them, the rebels, had about 7 or 8 ships here, and they all focused on this one ship right here. And like the Mac doesn't do that much damage when you don't have that huge of a fleet. Like you've got to have, I want to say, at least 2 to 3 ships focusing on one ship at a time. And it's kind of difficult to do when they've got like, what I like to do when I'm playing as the UNSC is I focus on all the capital ships that they have, and then I have every other ship. Once all the capital ships are gone, I focus on all the smaller ships, but they usually build a lot of these type of ships right here, the car class, and it's really difficult to deal with when you've got when they've got like 10 of these and then a bunch of these classes right here. Let's grab this planet. So we're gonna go ahead and cut, and then I will show you when we run into the Flood. Okay, so we found the Flood. Let me slow down the game. Oh, and I think the Flood just came in right on top of us. No, they didn't. Okay, so we found the Flood right over here. You'll see. Is this the Flood, or is this the? Oh, these are the combat sentinels. All right, so we didn't find the Flood. Forerunner automations. This is a Halo installation. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, there it is. Wow, I didn't actually know that these existed. That's pretty cool. But where's the Flood at? There's the Flood. Okay, so we did find the Flood. I don't know why I came here. Usually speed the game up real quick. You'll see exactly what the Flood does, though. They have fighters, and those fighters, what they do is they explode when they get to your ship. They overwhelm your fleet with fighters, and they explode, and then the spores somehow get into an airlocked ship. Like, there's no logic behind it. Somehow, even with the Covenant shield, somehow the spores get into your ships, and it makes no sense because you're in space, so nothing should be able to get in, otherwise all the air would get out. But somehow the spores get in, no logic behind it, and then basically they take over your ship and they use it against you. And I found no way to combat them at all, ever. Like, there's just never a way. And like, here we go. Let's see. They just overwhelm you with fighters. Like, look at how many fighters they have. Every ship has fighters. The fighters are easy to destroy if you have AA, but it'll never happen. See, like, look, each fighter can take over one ship. We've already gotten all that gone. I think the capital ship is gone. It's really difficult. I basically just gave them an entire fleet. I gave them a capital ship as well. They can colonize worlds now. That is not good. Damn. I know that they can't take over fighters, which is a good thing, but like, that's just insane how it's really hard to do it. Like, I kind of want to get some of my friends to grab this game and see if we can take on the Flood, like, as a whole. It's kind of like taking on the Borg, sort of, except the Borg, or you can actually beat them. I don't think you can beat the Flood. Like, I think if I brought a big enough fleet, I could have destroyed them there, but I didn't bring a big enough fleet. There's no way you could get a big enough fleet to destroy them that early in the game. But that is Sins of the Prophet. Sorry for the bad quality of the video, or I don't, not bad quality, but more of like bad presentation, I guess you could say. Like, I think I did Dawn of the Reapers a lot better than I could have done this one, and that's mainly for just not being prepared to do this one. Like, I thought I was going to do this one next week, not this week, But Skyrim was screwing up, so I had to do something this week, and this is what I could come up with. So that's that. This motherfucker's attacking my planet. I'm gonna go ahead and end Mod Jumble right here. So if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike the video, go ahead and leave a dislike. But other than that, I don't really have an outro, so hopefully I will see you in Skyrim next week.